Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is reportedly dropping his Republican presidential bid. The announcement is expected any minute now as Christie is speaking at a New Hampshire town hall. Christie has been under intense pressure to exit the primary race as critics of Donald Trump work to unify behind a viable alternative to the former president. And the announcement comes just hours before two of his rivals, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, meet for the 5th GOP presidential debate.
This is the only debate that Christie did not qualify for. It's also just days before the all-important Iowa caucuses.
Mills Hayes is live in Des Moines, Iowa, where candidates have been campaigning for nearly a year now. So, Mills, how important is that candidates win Iowa? What are they looking at there in that state?
Hey, Anthony and Natalie. Well, it's crucial for candidates in these next few days to gain those last-minute supporters. And if a candidate does win Iowa, it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll win the Republican presidential nomination, but it does give them momentum going into the election season. Now, recent polling across the country shows that former President Donald Trump is leading the presidential primary. Battling for second place here is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. One key factor for GOP candidates trying to win here in the Hawkeye state is gaining support among evangelical and rural voters. One political science professor tells us those people are more likely to vote for DeSantis over Haley.
It's less about actual performance and more about expectations. And so for both DeSantis and Haley, their goal for Monday is to outperform expectations. And we have a lot of people who don't win the Iowa caucus who do go on to be president. And of course, Donald Trump is one of those people.
In 2016, Donald Trump lost the Iowa caucus to Texas Senator Ted Cruz, but he ultimately won the Republican nomination and then the White House. As Trump's support grows with his intensifying legal battles, his opponents are trying to persuade voters that he's not the right guy to take on President Biden.
I believe President Trump was the right president at the right time. I agree with a lot of his policies. But rightly or wrongly, chaos follows him. And we can't have a country in disarray and a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it. You don't defeat Democrat chaos with Republican chaos.
Iowa will be buzzing with political activity tonight. Former President Donald Trump hasn't participated in any debate so far, but he will be here tonight at this building right here behind me at a town hall with Fox. And then across town, DeSantis and Nikki Haley will face off in a debate trying and fighting to be the alternative to Trump. In Des Moines, Mills Hayes, Fox 32 Chicago.